Today we are taking our Thursday science test. Make sure you got your name at the top. You can see for number 1, we have, what is the main reason prairie dogs live together? A, for protection, B, for appearance, or C, to move faster. Why do they live together? Protection, appearance, or to move faster. 2, which word best completes the sentence? The population of lemmings changes when the amount of blank in their environment changes. What made the lemmings change? When their food chains changed, when their habitats changed, or when their resources change? Remember, the population changes when resources change, so put C for that one. Remember, as their food went down, the population of lemmings went down, and then as the food increased, the population of lemmings also increased. Number 3, which word best completes the sentence? A blank is a living thing that breaks down waste and things that have died. A consumer, a decomposer, or a predator. Decay, was that a consumer, a decomposer, or a predator? Number 4, small trees trying to get the same resources as taller trees is an example of which of the following? Competition, producers, or interaction? They're trying to get the same resources, they're competing. What is that? Competition, producers, or interaction? Number 5, look at the chart below. Think about how each living thing gets the energy it needs to live. Sunlight, into the cattail, into the crayfish that eats the raccoon that eats the crayfish. Which term describes the food-getting interactions among the living things in this chart? Is this a food web, a food chain, or producers? It's not producers. Is it a chain where you've got a whole bunch of different things going on? Or just a chain where it goes in a straight line? Number 6, in which part of the digestive system does most digestion happen? The large intestine, the small intestine, or the mouth? It's not the mouth. So does most happen in the small intestine or the large intestine? Go ahead and look back in your book. The answer's there. Look in your notes. You've got lots of different resources to figure it out. Number 7. When plants burn, they can turn to ash. How does the ash left by a fire affect other plants? A, it has no effect. B, it helps plants grow. C, it prevents new plants from growing. Well, it doesn't have no effect. Does the ash help plants grow or prevent plants from growing? Feel free to go back in your notes. Look, we answered that one in our notes and in our book. 8. Look at the illustration below. It shows a place that was once dry. How did a beaver's dam change the environment? A, there are fewer trees. B, there are more fish. C, there is more grass. Well, there's more water now, so there's less grass. What is there more of? Number 9, choose the term that belongs in the sentence. Blank keeps a person's heart, lungs, and muscles strong. Exercise, sugary food, or clean air? What keeps their muscles strong, keeps their heart and lungs strong? It's not sugary food, what we talk a lot about. 10. What is one way to stop the spread of germs? A, never go outside when it is cold. B, wash your hands often. Or C, always wear a jacket. How can you stop of germs? Number 11. People obtain the things they need to live from the environment. What do people need to survive? Look in your notes. We talked about a lot of things that they need to survive, like food, shelter. Think of some other ones. Number 12, you can go ahead and cross off. We already talked about Yucca in our lessons. We don't need to do it again. And then on the back, you've got 13. In a food web, prairie dogs eat grass. Ferrets eat the prairie dogs. Golden eagles eat prairie dogs and mice. Badgers eat the ferrets. Ranchers brought cattle into the food web and removed many prairie dogs. How did the actions affect other animals? So they added cows, subtracted prairie dogs. Okay, cows eat grass. The prairie dogs also ate the grass. Okay, so if there's less prairie dogs, what's going to happen to the ferrets? If there's less prairie dogs, what's going to happen to the golden eagles? And then, if the ferrets eat the prairie dogs, and there's less ferrets because there's less prairie dogs, what's going to happen to the badgers? Okay, I want you to do your best to find 3 things that are probably going to happen. Talk about who's now going to eat the grass, talk about what's going to happen to the prairie dogs, and then talk about what's going to happen to those other animals that eat prairie dogs. Excellent. When you're done, put it in your Thursday folder.